Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and here is the another room decor idea with the same procedure like a plastic bottle I will be covering it with foil. I will be making the structure for her body by using some foil, the same thing I have been doing in my previous videos. So I will be making her waist, her neck, head, arms. So I will be using the hot glue to stick the foil on it, and then I will be continuing the same thing I have been doing in my previous videos. So yeah, and then I will be covering the foil and arms with the masking tape and the paper tape. So for the arms, this time I'm covering them first with the masking tape before applying them or before sticking them on her body. So in this way it is much easier, and remember that I use the foil for the arm obviously, but I did not roll it as I have been doing in my previous videos. Instead of rolling the foil, I twisted. In twisting, it became more harder than just rolling it between my hands, so I twist it like tightly, and then I'm using some hard stuff to make the surface of the foil and the tape smooth little bit instead of having some texture and rough surface. And in this one also I'm not using any clay to make to cover the arms and body with the clay. So that's optional also. If you want, you can use it to make it smooth surface, but for me that's fine now. And yeah, I will, after applying the arms on her shoulders, I will be covering the foil, the rest of the part of her body also with the masking tape and the paper tape, or the paper tape I mean. And now here I'm twisting her, I'm bending her a little bit backward. Here you can see the shape now. I love the shape in this doll actually. I don't know why the shape became much more beautiful. The pose was much more beautiful from her waist side. It became more realistic than the previous dolls. And this one and one was the white sculpture I made. It was also very beautiful. I love the figure of that one also. And then I will be turning her arms in which way I want her to hold the dress. So I'm doing in this way. It's totally up to you whatever pose you want to give to her body. So I bended her a little bit from her waist and I made the arms in this way. As you can see now, the shape, it's looking so beautiful from her waist side. So then I will be covering the foil part and the plastic bottle as well with the masking tape, just in case I'm covering the bottle, but otherwise you don't need to do, because you will be covering the bottom part with the fabric. But I just used the tape to cover the bottle as well. And here now you can see the shape for her waist, and I have covered the figure as well. I have made the figure as well, same like the previous dolls. So yeah, now here I will be using black acrylic paint to cover her body, her head, arms, waist part with this black acrylic paint. You can use the color of your choice. If you want to leave it black, if you want to make it the skin tone color, or if you want to make it white, it's totally up to you. So I'm making it black because I'm using the golden fabric, which is going to be my favorite fabric so far. I love that fabric. So golden fabric on black was looking so beautiful on this doll, so it's better to use it in black skin tone. And yeah, that's almost done. Here you can see I have colored it and I let it dry, and I covered the bottle as well with the masking tape. So here is the fabric I'm gonna use. Such a beautiful piece. I love this fabric, I love this texture, the blinging, the sparkling, the gold shine. I just love these things. So yeah, first I'm gonna use it. I'm wrapping it around her waist, and this is something that you have to do, and you have to look, as I say in my most of the videos, that you need to see where you are going to stick the fabric and what style you want to give to her dress. So this is my choice. I'm doing in this way. I'm just giving idea. You can do whatever choice or style you want for her dress. So this is my just style, and I was thinking to do not cut this fabric. I was planning to use all the fabric around her body, but it was a little bit longer than her, so at last I cut a little bit fabric. Anyways, so here you can see I am giving it some style. I was checking in which way dress is gonna look nice. So here it was looking nice, but I was keep changing the style. So I will be using some pins to stick the fabric on the place a little bit. And you will notice that I'm not using much glue in this, hot glue I mean, to stick the fabric all around her body. I will be using the hot glue only for her waist a little bit and for her both arms to hold the fabric, because this fabric, what you can do, that you can remove the fabric if you need it after, or you want to change the dress for the doll. So it will be much easier to remove the fabric only from hands and little bit from waist. So that's also a nice idea. You can change the dress of this doll as well whenever you want, I mean. And yeah, here I stick the one side of the dress on her arm, on her hand, and the other one is going to be on the other side of the hand. And you can see the fabric is long, and here I love the fabric, this one, because so I was thinking the doll should be a little bit longer than this one. Her height should be long, but bottle was not enough long. So what I will do, I will be bringing an empty can of Pringles or anything you can use, and I fill some stones in the can, and obviously they are in the bottles as well, some stones to make it heavy enough. So yeah, I will be using some can to make the doll a little bit longer, to give the dress more beautiful style and shape. And here you can see the fabric is quite long, but I will be cutting it after sticking on her hand, just to check how much width or length I need. And yeah, I'm using these pins just for the time being. Maybe I will be removing it after. Yeah, here is the can which I have filled with some stones inside to make it heavy. I applied some hot glue, and I will be sticking the bottle on top of this to make the height of the doll longer and much more beautiful. So here you can see the fabric is long. I could not use it around her body, so I am cutting it. I was feeling so sad to cut this fabric because I love this kind of fabrics, but it was important also to cut up, obviously. But anyways, this is how I have styled her dress a little bit. but here I'm thinking to remove these pins to leave it the fabric stay straight. Actually, in this way, dropping down fabric is giving her more beauty. And here I'm sticking the fabric with the pin again to give the defined shape for the dress. Instead of having fluffy and white piece, I stick it. Here you can see how it's looking nice now. So here on the bottom as well, I will be using some pins to stick the fabric with the can instead of using the hot glue, because pins will not be prominent from the dress. So that's why I'm not using hot glue, to do not damage the fabric, so I can use it later on for any other stuff, or I can change the dress for this doll as well. So here you can see how I have styled the dress. So now this is the blouse I'm going to use. I will be sticking it. I will first tie it from the back. I will make a knot on the back side, and then I will be using some hot glue to stick it on the place, and I will cut some extra fabric from there. And yeah, here I will tie it, and I will use hot glue to keep the knot on the place. And then from the front side of the blouse as well, I will be using some hot glue to give it more tight shape from the front side, to define the shape for her body. So here it's almost done, and I was totally in love with this one because of her black skin tone and because of this gorgeous fabric actually. And yeah, here I'm using the hot glue a little bit, one dot actually, to stick the loose part of the blouse, to stick it with the hot glue to make it a little bit tight from the front. And then I will be using for her hairs the pom-pom. I will be sticking on her head, and then I will color it black as well with black acrylic paint. And almost we are going to done. The finishing part is this. And thank you so much for all of your support, and the people who are only watching and they still did not subscribe, please do subscribe if you think my work and my hard working actually needs some support. So please do it. Subscribe to my channel, click on bell notifications to get the latest updates related to videos, and do share my videos to promote me, to promote my work, so I can continue, because I really need encouragement from each one of you. And here we are done. You can see my gorgeous doll with black skin and golden dress. I am totally loving it, and I'm obviously using this doll on the fireplace I made, fake fireplace actually, the cardboard one. And yeah, I'm loving it, and I hope you love it as well. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and thank you so much for your support. Bye for now. I will see you next video. Bye. Stay safe and stay home.